I really shouldn't be doing this right now here. So I'm in Moab, and I skipped a day yesterday of shooting. Just chatted to this guy for the past like an hour. That was my morning coffee talk. Here at BLM land, a BLM spot near, what is it? Near Gemini Bridges Road, near Metal Masher and Gemini Bridges. So yeah, yesterday I had to do some chores, St. George. I had to buy a new Garmin unit, for city navigation, like highways. My previous one died, and all those Google Maps and any of those apps, I absolutely hate to navigate in civilization. I just use those for anything remote. So I had to buy that unit, do some chores, restock on some things, that kind of thing, and drive 5 hours to Moab. I was supposed to meet here with Rob from North Shore Offroad. I started text while I had a connection to cell. Started texting with him throughout the day yesterday, like, oh, where are you gonna be? I'm gonna swing by. So apparently he and some of the hardcore guys staying in some apartment near area BeFree. So I found out later, but he sent me a coordinate that because I asked him, oh, where are you gonna be staying later? Send me the coordinates so I can come by there like around 9 p.m. or something. So he sent me that thing, and I just plotted it in Google Map or in my whatever Garmin. And so I'm like, what, apartments? You guys not camping? What the hell? I expected you guys to like, hunt coyotes here on the trails and freaking eat buffalo in the morning and by fires, whatever, hardcore, raw, macho man. And then I stay in the apartment. And so I drive to this area. It's already dark, and I start to go a little like this, and I realize on my Google map it says, oh, Metal Masher. I was like, whoa. What the hell? I'm already doing at night part of Metal Masher. What's going on? Like I see that the coordinates he gave me, it's like a crossroads thing. I'm like, okay, I guess maybe there's like a few apartment buildings maybe in there, or lodges for like staging grounds for off-roaders, something, maybe. So I arrive at crossroads. Of course, it's just a crossroad. There is nothing. I'm like, well, either he joked or he just texted me the location where he was last time, but he never texted me the location of where we actually stay in area BeFree. So I looked up at the map, like, oh, area BeFree is way down south of Moab, like completely out of the way. So I text him back, like, dude, is it a joke or just like, what the hell? So I popped a beer, and I'm like, well, let's find a place to stay. I opened up Overlander app, found this BLM spot place by, I guess, near Gemini Bridges Trail. And but it required me to go through a little bit more of, I guess, the easier part of Metal Masher. So I'm like, all right, let's pop a beer and crank some music up and light bars and everything, and let's do it. It was actually easy, right? The beginning of it, obviously, still yet to see the whole Metal Masher. So that's how I ended up here. It's just by mistake, but thankfully there turned out to be some BLM spots to camp. I'll start doing some trails. Lots of them are clustered in the same areas. So I have a feeling that because a lot of them are in the same area, I'm gonna be seeing the sides pretty much over and over again, kind of crossing paths. So if that starts to be annoying and happening, maybe, just maybe, I had a plan of returning to Mojave Desert, maybe for the last week, and make a push home out of there. I something about it I loved: the seclusion, the scenery, the sunsets, the warmth, the little unexpected storm there I had, like all of that combined. Just no people. Here I am pretty sure I'm gonna be bumping into people left and right all the time. It will take away from some of that rawness of overlanding, of being out there somewhere by yourself. You know, not seeing people for hundreds of miles probably. That's what I liked about some of those long trips in those places. So if I have a feeling it may start getting to me if I'm constantly surrounded by people and cars doing these trails, because it will feel like you're being in a touristy area, which it kind of is. It's really just kind of like trails, proving grounds for your skills in your car. So that's like a backup plan to return to Mojave and just, you know, be out there in the wilderness alone. So Rob and those guys are doing area BeFree today. He texted me onto my satellite messenger like around 10. They're starting. I woke up at 9. I'm like, well, there's no way I'm getting over there. So what I'm gonna do is probably the Gemini bridges, the metal masher, since I'm already in this area. Do a little bit of shooting, and maybe closer to 4 p.m. whatever, closer to evening, while it's still not dark, maybe a text of him like, hey, where are you guys now, and actually meet them. Well, breakfast is over, so it's time to go. Late departure, it's 11, but should be enough for a couple of short trails. So I'll probably do the metal masher and Gemini bridges right now since I'm in the area. Pretty cool camping spot. There's a few places further up there. Beautiful place. So, I don't know if you could tell, but this is pretty much the start of Metal Masher. Not the start, I'm already like probably fifth of the way. The real stuff only now just kind of started. Kinda, sort of. Yeah, if it wasn't for shooting videos, it's just like slow, just slow, for low drive.
Considered I already been through frack in California earlier in about 10 days. I was afraid I'm gonna snap my crossbars, and later there's gonna be more issues. There is a very thick branches in there. I had to do something about it.
So I'm kind of standing here. I'm at the point near Rock Chucker or Shuckler, and I was like, well, it says in the book there's optional route on top. Now I figured out that whole thing is optional, including the route, because that's what I had traced to be the optional to go around it. But that's what that Chuckler looks like. I'm not sure video does it justice, but it's a nasty thing. It's like you gotta have crazy rig, just crazy rig to climb that. And the route that continues around is just crazy, yeah. So buggy guys and all that, probably sure. No, it's this guy. So I went way up there and reached the what on the map is indicated as Mirror Gulch. Holy crap, over there, it's nasty. That's where I'm like thinking right now. Yeah, like so far, even though it's red, it's been a piece of cake compared to what's up ahead. And yeah, it's still on the wheelbase, it's not the lift. If I had something shorter, and thickness of it, there's like a narrow spot where I think that Mirror Gulch or something, or to get to that spot area, there's like this very narrow between cliff kind of path, and I'm afraid I may bend something here. So, and it's already 5 o'clock, so I need to make a decision here. Should I return back or should I proceed further? I don't know. It's very nasty over there. So when they said big rig can't make it, maybe not. I don't know. Do I risk with damaging car and stuff? Well, I need to make it. I'll go have a smoke and ponder for a good 5 minutes. Wait things out. I don't know. I think I'm crazy. I decided to proceed further. I don't know why I'm doing this scaring the shit out of me right now. This is some ledge they call like this. Yeah. They mentioned that most of people skip this and take this detour. But again, most of the nasty stuff is there. Well, I just figured to get back, it's gonna take me a while. It took me already like 4. And in the book it does say the whole thing takes like, reserve 4 to 6 hours. And that's depending on the rig. And they usually probably mean, smaller things than this guy here. So with a longer wheelbase fatter, it's always at time. Well, plus I've been shooting videos, doing all this stuff. So that's like another hour and a half at it. Just rearranging things, get in, get out, all that stuff. So it will take me a while. It's gonna get dark, and I'll have to descend and do those things in the darkness at this point. Or there's this hardcore shit. Well, hardcore is that rock shuckler thing and Widowmaker up further, which is bypassable. But still, for me right now, this is hardcore what's up ahead there. But if I bypass that from that point, it's all indicated as blue. Return back route is blue, with like a couple of red spots, some kind of descents, ledges, big ledges, but they didn't indicate them as anything special like these places here, because I guess they're not as big of a deal. They're just hard, but not as extreme. So yeah, I'll try and see how it goes.
this part around this cliffside there's a bit of a turn, and because of my wheel length I kept scratching my crossbars against it, so I had to nudge myself back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it was a matter of like an inch or two for me to pass without losing my rack. On this obstacle my fear was of busting the rear drive shaft because of my wheel length, and actually as I eventually pushed through the hill I bent a little bit of under the door, not the frame but a little bit of metal, not too much. Having rock sliders would probably bounce me around against each wall, and possibly I might have hanged on it because it would have reduced an inch or two of my clearance. The clearance that would have been reduced is them sticking out and actually bumping into the sides of each wall.
There's lots of burned rubber here, and I bumped my bottom over here on an angle, so I reversed a little bit, got closer to this wall and accelerated. And that's the only thing that got me in. And holy shit, I've never been so scared. Before the next section I need a smoke. God, I really shouldn't be doing this right now here. There's definitely no way back now. There's no way I can turn around here, and I don't wanna do that ever again. Going down, well, going down might be easier because I have a iron bumper. But no, there's only way forward now. That's it. Shit, sun is going down.
this part, my fear was of breaking lower control arm on that hanging tire. I could have easily get my lower control arm stuck and potential damage. And damage here in this area right now was not an option. Also on the other side there was a giant tree with a huge branch, and my wheelbase length prevented me from doing proper turn.
And the reason is there is a tree, huge branch on the other side, so I can't squeeze in there. I have to turn a little bit this way right now. Yeah, I made it around the tree. I think I might have bent the door just slightly before I built this, but I've passed that. Holy sun, I need to pass a few sections over there still. I may have, yeah, there's a little dent here. There we go. Oh, damn it. Yeah, bend in the door. That branch here, or it was climb up to that, which I may have not done. I have no idea. Okay, for now that's it. There's some hard stuff still, but this was like holy shit. So I'm ending a video. I need to really get through it quick. Well, actually I'm gonna use GoPro right now simply as a spotting device. I need to get up to this, and I need to know what's going on here on this side, and then after this section this is going to be starting to get easier. So here we go. sweet. The worst stuff, from what I recall, is done right now, so I'm gonna keep going. Well, out there it looks like this here is supposed to be the end viewpoint, the end as in the end of this huge red section in the book, which I lied back there. There were a few more spots that were like, but light bar, night vision front camera, all that combination without this stuff, oh god, it's like I would be afraid to do these things right now. Alright, well, in any case, guys, if you liked it, well, this is only halfway. I still need to do the blue section, or like it should get a little easier from now on, but I'll have to do it at night. See you guys. Hey comrades, don't forget to hit that like button and also leave a comment, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you should by hitting that subscription button and also bell notification next to it, so you can actually get my video updates both in notification in your video feed, and as well you can support this channel if you like my videos through PayPal or Patreon in the links down below or just after this video.